Hi, Olivia.
Oh, hello, dear. I'm here only. Oh,
Let me turn on my camera and save.
okay, yeah, I'm set. Hopefully, we have people join in today earlier.
Okay. Bruno is also was also Microsoft MVP, AI MVP for 14 years since 2000.
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
Bruno.
Hey, hello everyone. Sorry, I'm just finishing
Hi.
another meeting.
Yeah. Nice to
But we
have
start
you.
in we start in 10 minutes. So yes, or
Yeah.
we already started. Oh,
In
who's
10
coming?
minutes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Olivia.
Oh yes. Oh sorry. I always think that I know everyone. Hey, say nice to meet you. I saw you last week and I saw the presentation. I was watching this. So thanks for everything. Hey, yes, nice to virtually meet everyone.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And here is Dia as well. She's also one of the leads for the women and gender minorities in tech community. Dia. She's from
Hello.
India.
Perfect. Nate, I have everything. I don't know if we are going to have material for 2 hours, but I will focus mostly this on doing a live product demo stuff. So let's try to build something together. That said, there is a lot of things that I have been changing right now. So I'm crossing fingers to have everything up and running and working because yesterday I find that there is a lot of new stuff. But no, this is going to be a fun one. And hey, I think that if the audio is fine, the video is fine, I'm sharing my screen, and we are kind of ready to go.
Okay.
Are you going
So
to do an intro at the beginning? Sorry, yes, please go.
oh yeah, we would do like a little intro for you, nothing so much. We would start like in 6 minutes. We already have one person who has joined in. So I believe by 5 p.m. West African time, we would have a lot of folks join in massively. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So I will wait until you do the intro more, and then I introduce myself or something like this, share my screen, and start to do the full session. And as I said, it should be mostly a product focused one, and I will try to make it fun also. This is a super cool topic, so let's see what's if we can
Oh,
build something together.
yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. I am going to get a little more coffee, be right back, and hoping to start in 5 minutes. Super nice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we need to like announce it in the in the group chat so that folks can join.
fine, Valentina. Welcome to the session. Hello, everyone. You guys can mention in the chat section and hello to each other and say like, where are you from in the chats? We will start in 3 minutes. So until then, just say hi in the chats. We do have very diverse audience today, or from different places we are joining. You guys are joining, so thank you so much for joining. We are on time. By the way, before we get started with the session, I would like to know how many of you are super excited for the session, today's session. It's the overview of Copilot Studio.
Well, I am actually super excited from my own end.
Me
We
too.
actually had like a very, very insightful section yesterday on Azure AI Studio by Carlotta, and I'm looking forward to today's section by Bruno. Yeah.
Amazing. Anyone else? Maybe in the chat section, you can show your enthusiasm. Response? Really excited? Amazing. So it will going to be a blast session today. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all and thank you all for joining us today. Today's session would be all about overview of Copilot Studio. So before we start and jump into the session, I would like to know how many of you know about Copilot Studio or have used it or you are new to it. If you guys do have any experience with Copilot Studio. Okay, nice. So we will going to learn something good today, something new. If you don't have any idea about it, then it will going to be really amazing experience for you and learning for you because it is emerging. Nice. It's okay, Akshita. If you have not experienced it today, you will get to know about it, everything. So today we have joined Bruno with us for this session. So Bruno, if you are here,
Yes, here I am. Hello, everyone. Bruno here. I'm part of the Cloud Advocates team at Microsoft. .NET and AI are my main focus, but I'm also a big fan of everything low code and no code related. So, hey, this is my chance to refresh my contents and more about this topic, and I'm super happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
thank you so much for joining us, Bruno. He is also a principal cloud advocate at Microsoft, and he was already Microsoft MVP for 14 years since 2008. So that is really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and today we are looking forward to your amazing session. The stage is all yours.
Perfect. Hey, I like it. And by the way, I just shared I need to update that. It's kind of an old one, but I just shared the kind of the principal link or whatever that we have. And hey, let's start with the session today. By the way, I love to have interactive sessions, and we have people here. I am looking at the chat. If you see me looking there, I am looking at the chat. If you have any questions or something, please type it in the chat, raise your hand, or open the mic. I will try to, because this is a long session, I will try to help you with an answer, or at least making a note to find someone who can help under something like this. And even if you have an idea, not a question, hey, maybe I can do this or that or whatever, please share it. This is a learning session. This is a bootcamp style. So we are all here to run. That said, Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio is super, super cool because it's the way that we have, it's one of the ways that we have today to build copilots. And you probably, how many, raise your hand in the chat in Teams if you heard about Copilot, any Copilot. We have tons of Copilots. Let me see how many hands can I see here in Teams. Nobody heard about Copilots? GitHub Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, Bing Copilot. The first time that anybody hears about Copilot? Okay, so I will go back a little. If this is the first time that you hear, that you listen and you have the term Copilot, the whole idea is that we live in these days where AI is super, super powerful. And hey, Olivia said that he used, and Victor also, GitHub Copilot and more. So we live in this day that we found the space where these large language models like GPTs from OpenAI, Llama from Meta, Mistral, the Zema models are becoming better, better, and better. And there is a boom around there. One cool thing about these models is that they can handle very, very well kind of natural conversations. They are very good. If we ask them a question, they can answer a question. And I will quote answer. But because of that, first of all, We started with GPT models and ChatGPT 2 years ago almost and more. But we start to realize that hey, these models are very good with language. What's happening if we start to connect these models to other data? And we start to realize the best way to connect models with real world data, with your company data, with your personal data. And at that moment, we start to have the sense of, hey, we can build assistants. And in Microsoft, these assistants, we call them mostly copilots. And the whole idea is that we know there is something here. We strongly believe this. You can see some numbers here. Next, in a couple of years, everything is going to be AI related. There is a lot of money here that we know that the market is going to be there. And yes, everything is going super, super fast. And this is an old fact right now. I think there are even better numbers, but it took 3 months for ChatGPT to get to 100 million users. Previously, other activities took longer time. Again, this is tricky. We are more connected right now. But the whole idea is that everything that is AI related, and we can think about having an assistant that can help you, like Siri or Alexa or OK Google. I don't want to say OK Google because my phone is going to start to try to do something. They are becoming better and better. So because we know and believe this, we try to see, okay, how we are going to help current clients, future startups, students, and more to build these copilots, these assistants. And there are different ways that you can do this. You can build them from scratch. That's where I feel more comfortable. I'm a developer. I've been doing Python and C++ for a very, very long time. So you can code everything if you want. But we know that we need to give kind of a big spectrum here where there are other scenarios, other requirements, and other different roles that basically they want to do pro coding, low coding, or literally no code at all. So this is the place of GitHub Copilot. I'm sorry, the Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio is a solution for low code and no code, even if you can create your own extensions and make your code something here and there. But it's an idea that if you are working in a Microsoft environment, like in example, most of you have access to the student ambassador environment. So if you are working in an environment that is managed by Microsoft, where you have Office, Teams, and more, this is 99% of the time, this is the way to go to create a Copilot. And by the way, the Copilot, once you create an assistant, you can publish with different channels. You can use our partners like Twilio to have access to WhatsApp or SMS or even Telegram. So there are different ways to go with this. But the whole idea is this is part of the Microsoft 365 family. And if we are going to do something there, this is the way to go. And the whole idea is this is a no-code solution. So we can connect it. We can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things here literally without any code. And the whole idea of this, and by the way, I only have a set of slides. I want to show you the whole experience if you want to try it from scratch. The whole idea is that Copilot Studio, this is all the slides, but it's good to tell the story, is going to basically help you to do 3 main things. First of all, create your own Copilot. And when you create your own Copilot, you need to basically set your assistant that is going to be powered by a GPT model, in example, very powerful model, that connect these, create a chat conversational, super amazing, like ChatGPT, in example, but also use this external information or internal information, depending where you are, to also have knowledge about that. So Copilot is going to manage all of the RAG scenarios. RAG is retrieval augmented generation, which is basically what we have and talk when we are talking about connecting these large language models with internal information, and it's going to basically handle all of this. On top of that, you can customize your Copilot. You can add specific questions, specific flows. You can have it connected to actions, trigger the Copilot to do A, B, or C. So every time that you have a question, the Copilot can be smart enough to connect you and create a document and share the document or send an email or read an email, or hey, they can do a lot of things. And because we have a lot of connectors in the Power Platform ecosystem, there are a lot of things that we can do here. And then I mentioned this a little before. Once we have our Copilot creator, we can publish, and we can use the set of partners to have the Copilot available, of course, in example, in Teams. This is our place. This is where we are right now. But if we want to have it available in other places, like, as I mentioned, use a partner like Twilio to also have the Copilot available in a, I don't know, in a WhatsApp bot. That's an option that we can do. And by the way, you can go for Twilio and request a test account. And I can remember they give you a set of test credits, which are usually good enough to have something up and running for a month if you want to test and do something. And then you can do more, like create, manage Copilot experience and all. So there are a lot of things that you can do. I have 2 times my slides. So as I said, the whole idea right now that I have, and I'm looking at the questions, so if anybody have a question, please raise your hands, open your mic, write it in the chat, and we will do it, is to show you how it works, is to show you the whole experience. So what I have here, please confirm that you can see my screen and the text is fine. I can zoom this a little if you want. Can you read the screen? It's fine there?
Yes.
I see a couple of thumbs ups. I like it, so perfect. So the first thing that we need to do is go to copilotstudio.microsoft.com. And I am going to show you, and sorry, this is the boring part, but I want to give you the full scenario. I am going to show you this in, let me create a new, in private window, let's do office.com. I have a full set of test accounts somewhere here. Let me find them. Where are your test account? Where are your test account? Not in this one, not in this one, there it is. So let me log in with Alex. So what I am going to do here, I am going to log in with a text account that I have. This is Alex. I want to, okay, next. Oh my God, we have new, okay. Sorry, this I was thinking is going to ask me for my, different method. Sorry about that. Phone, send me a text, Canada. Hey, we upgraded my demo tenant to be more secure. So I'm going to ask this to send me an SMS. And one is here. Where is my code? There it is. Okay. So, perfect. Yes, don't worry about that. Yes, I want to. So imagine that you have a Microsoft account, you already have an account, you can use your student ambassador for this. Yes, first time that we are here. Oh my God, this is so boring. Perfect, we are here. I can go to an example, I don't know. I can go to Outlook and take a look at my emails and more and check everything here. It's been a long time since I used this account, but what I want to ask you to do is to go to copilotstudio.microsoft.com if you want. And when you are here the first time, and I hope I haven't used this with this user in the past, you are going to be able to say, okay, where are you? You can start a free trial. I remember the details of the trial. I think it's 30 days and you can create a couple of copilots, but this is what you are going to have. And again, the whole idea today is that I want to show you something created from scratch because Copilot is so open, Copilot Studio is so open to do things that I really want you to start and then try to figure out in the way if you want to build something, if you want to have something here and there. And if you have a question at any moment during today or then the next couple of weeks or month, send me a message in Teams, send me a message in LinkedIn or whatever, and I will be happy to help. But my main goal for today is literally who is, oh, we have an AI assistant, super cool, other AI. I was thinking, I was reading the comments, I think something asked a question. My main goal for today is that you can create a demo, a test account and give it a try. So yes, welcome to Copilot Studio, simply better organizer. You can do a lot of things here. So a couple of things which are interesting here right now. And remember, I will try to do this more focus on the product and the slides. I have a lot of slides. I have tons of slides if we want to talk. But I want you, if you all agree, please give me a thumbs up. I want you to show you the product, to show you the environment. So we can do this slides focus, or we can do this product focus. Please let me know. Product focus, do you like to see the real things? Give me a couple of thumbs ups and we go here. Otherwise, I will do 50-50. Okay, I start to see some thumbs ups here and there. Perfect. And this is also nicer. This is where we want to do. This is the product. So, fun. A couple of cool things that we have here. We can create copilots. Remember, this is going to be an assistant. And we have templates here. We have tons of templates that they are amazing. So we have, hey, if you want to assist your employees to find college and their hierarchy in the organization, members of teams, we have Teams Navigator. We have another template that uses voices. We have one for the weather. This is the type of things that we have. We have the approval manager one. So we have tons of templates here, and they're cool. They're nice to go. So I haven't used this Teams Navigator, so let's give this one a try. So we are going to have the name of the, let's change the name to what? Let me minimize this. Let's do WGMIT. So Team Navigator Copilot, we can change the icon, we can do a description, and this is important. When we create a Copilot from scratch, of course, we have a name, description, instructions. So basically what we are going to say here is how we are going to define how the Copilot is going to behave and how it's going to perform the task and how it's going to complete the task. This is super important. And the description is assist employees, finding colleagues at the time, behavioral description. Let's do something like you always reply in a funny way. If possible, you also use emojis. So we are going to have kind of a fun Copilot responding in fun ways. And cool here. We can, because remember that this is a super powerful model, large language model that needs to be connected. In this time, we are not going to connect this to a database with a lot of data, with documents and more, but we are going to connect this with Office 365. So this Copilot will be going to be able to navigate a hierarchy here of users and the Office 365 users and start to see who is the manager, the boss, your colleagues, and if you are a manager, who reports to you, and these kind of things. But because we are doing this for the first time, we need to set up the connection. So let's edit this. And basically what I need to do is need to authenticate myself. I don't know if Alex can do this. Let's give it a try. In the meantime, I use this dev times to perfect, to doing something. So we are connected now. And hey, if we want, we can add knowledge here. I'm not going to do this right now, but we can add knowledge. And remember, there is a lot of information, a lot of data sources that we can use here. We have, of course, public website, SharePoint, OneDrive, and hey, anything that can give us data like Jira, CSS, Azure SQL, Enterprise website, Salesforce is going to be here available. And we have also the connector from Action for Power Platform, so it's great. I'm not going to connect anything right now. I'm just going to create the Team Navigator Copilot. So let's create this. This is going to take a couple of seconds. While this is happening, any question? This makes sense? I am going too fast. What do you think about this? The whole idea is that, remember, if you are working in an organization, there is probably an org chart where we can see who is who. Hey, this is my first time using this template, but I want to see if this is going to help me. This is going to do something here. So this makes sense? Yes, perfect. Okay, I see a yes, I have a couple of thumbs ups. I like it. So, so let's do something. Let me go back here to my apps and let me open Teams because I use Teams to find who is who. I can't remember in this sample tenant that I have with my credential, with the demo credential and more, who is who here. But I have the list of names here. And I have, what is the name? I think I always forget which is the name, Patty. I think Patty is there is a lady that is the CEO, which is Patty Fernandez. Yes. So this is Patty Fernandez. I am going to browse the person here. So this is Patty Fernandez. I am in Teams. If I go to organization, yes, she's the CEO. So let's ask a question to our Copilot about this Patty lady. So I have here a test your Copilot section here. So I can say, who is Patty? Let's see if the Copilot can connect in the back. Rephrasing, what can I ask? Okay, let's look at this. And by the way, this is super important because this is the moment that we can start to refine our Copilot using Copilot Studio. I basically asked the most silly question ever. And I will, if you ask me, I will blame that English is not my first language. I was born and raised in Argentina, moved to Spain, then to Canada, I speak Spanish. But I asked a very simple question, and the Copilot didn't know what to do here. We are going to tackle this later. But we have this option in all of the Copilots, in Copilot Studio, that is going to give us the chance to say, okay, what can I ask? How I can use this Copilot? And this is important. Even if they are very good working with information, it's nice to know, it's nice to share some guidance with the user about what they can do. So let's do a lookup at employee details. So it's going to say, okay, perfect, enter the name or email to the employee. So I will say Patty Fernandez. I think it was Fernandez, yes. Patty Fernandez. So perfect. It's going to say to me that we need additional permissions to connect. Yes, because it's going to ask me to refresh the connection. I don't know why this is not connected. It should be connected. Perfect. Submit. Connected. Perfect. There it is. So once we are here, let's go do a retry. Perfect. And hey, take a look at this. So this is what is fine. So Patty Fernandez, we have the email, and because she is the CEO, she's in the top of the org chat, there is no manager assignment here. Let's see, want to know more about Patty Fernandez? Yes. Who are the direct reports from Patty Fernandez? And we see here that Patty, that Debra, Gerard, Lee, Miriam, and Nestor report directly to Patty. If we check this with the org chart, let's go back here and do the organization, we can see that, yes, we have Debra, Nestor, Lee, Gerard, and Miriam directly reporting to Patty. What is the time? 12:25 for me. So it literally took us 10 minutes to create a Copilot, to create a Copilot here, using Copilot Studio, that can basically understand and talk and understand the org chart that we have here and basically send more information about someone who is there and here and more, which is kind of nice because we have a lot of things that we can do here. So once we have this, we can do a couple of things. Let's review what we have. So first of all, we have some topics. So remember when I asked the question, my crappy question was, who is Patty? I can start to add my own topics. So we have here, get further information, goodbye, greetings, look up. So I can create a topic. Let's create one. Oh, that's all. Let's go to topics. Let's create a topic, and this is also important. When you create a topic, like an example, get further information and more, you can create a topic from blank where you add a description, or because we live in the era of AI, we can create a description with Copilot from there. So let's create one with Copilot. And by the way, this is what we have in a topic. We have a flow. Let me minimize this so we don't have this. We have a trigger. The trigger is going to be a question. And when we have the questions, what we are going to have is going to basically validate the options here or other conditionals, do something, and then get more information about the user. And there's a lot of functions here. So let's go back to topic and create one from Copilot. And the description is name your topic. more info. And when we say, okay, get more info about the person and the topic, so the example said, find and share more information about the person from questions like who is name of the person. Someone share if you want. Or put aside when you are connected to MS Office, it connects to Teams, right? Yes. Yes, everything that we are seeing right now is using the single sign-on here that we have in Office, so everything is going to be connected here. So yes, sorry, I just read your question. If you are using a Copilot like this to get more information about a user or a person, how are you going to ask a question? Give me a couple of examples here in the chat, and I will add it here into the Copilot. I will try to think about who is the name of the person. Give me more information. Where? Oh, I like this one. About the name of the person, or thanks about where those names work. And a couple of things that I am doing here. See that I am using these signs here in brackets on one time and the other, these ones. This is focused on prompting. This is important to have some prompting experience, some prompting knowledge to basically create this. You don't need to be a prompt expert, but it really helps. And we have some samples here. Let someone order a pizza, choose it from one pizza, set the username, and then we'll find some information about the person from question likes. Let's create one. Let's see what is going to. When we use Copilot, take a look at what we have created. So we have phrases. It generates some sample phrases. Learn more about this person, get me more about this individual, additional information on the person, individual, these persons. We can edit the phrases. This is kind of a trigger. By the way, the edit is not, the phrases are not, there are a lot of phrases here. I'm not just doing this. We can add our own. We can work in multilingual. We're going to see this later. And then he's going to do a couple of things. He's going to identify the person name. He's basically going to the Microsoft, the Office 365 users and find the person. He's going to say the user, the person name here. And then we are going to I will find more information about saying this, or I can send a message about that. I can add here if I want an action here. And I can create a flow, I can create a prompt, I can create a skill on an action. And basically, if I can do a connector, where basically if I have user, for user, get photo metadata. Let's create later one to get the photo. So we have head user profile. So if I do ask this action, I have this action connected. Going to take some time, but the whole idea here is that I can use this connector action. Let me switch between modes here, and I can say, hey, when it gets information about the user, I need to have the user UPN, or I need to find the advanced input. I can say, hey, you know what? What are the values that I have here? I have in the system, I have the name, activity name, somewhere here is the person name. What was the name here on top? Oh, I need to find it here. It's somewhere here in the top. Person name. There it is. And we have a variable here called person name. So here, if I want to find for the connection the advanced input, I can say use here. Person name. There it is. Sorry. It was here and I couldn't find it. So I'm going to say, hey, take an action here, take my person name, find this, and in the response here in the bottom, I am going to, let me scroll, this is a long one here. I said I am going to change the message. Oh, change the message. Basically said add a new, I can't, okay, perfect. I will find the information about the person and share it with you. Here is the email in example, and I can go here to the formulas. I can say in the environment I have, it should be user, I see this is a, somewhere here I can find the birthday, city, company name, email. Mail nickname. So I can say here is the mail nickname. Email nickname. So what we have here is a very simple topic that is going to find more information with a couple of trigger questions, and then it's going to share the email. And we have a question here, and they say, can it connect to image generative AI? Yes, there are connectors to do with, I know that there is DALL-E, and I remember that I see someone somewhere using, I can't remember, an external service that also make use a stable diffusion generator to generate images. But the whole idea is that, hey, you can connect this with everything that is available in the Microsoft connectors, in the Power Platform connectors, so you can do all of these things. I can't remember, let's give this a try. If I want to go here and call an action connector, let's do an image to see which one I have. So as you can see, we not only have connectors from Microsoft Word, the one that you can expect from SQL Server, Azure, blob stores in Azure, Cosmos DB, and more, but we also have a lot of partners who are creating the connections. I don't know who is Panviva or Encodian, but hey, it seems that you have here one that is going to clean up a photo. And then if you have a meeting room, you can get an image for a location, or you can use cloud immersive image processing to resize an image. So yes, there are partners, and there are a lot of connectors from the partner side. And let's see if we can find something that get image, create image. There seems to be one here from Supportive Koala. Again, didn't know that who they are, but if we go here to view details, we are going to find this is the provider. Independent to auto-generate images using templates, and this is it. You can take a look here at the partner info and see if they have something. But yes, there are, by the way, this is what we have here at the left, what I am scrolling right now. This is the list of partners that we have. Pros AI, I don't know what they do. Process, there are tons of partners. So if you want to do something, I'm sure that it's probably going to be there. If I want to, let's do generate image. Oof. Right, Sonic. Stability AI. Yeah, I know this person. These guys are amazing. So generate image from image. I don't know. Things about this. One of the cool things about Copilot Studio, and please, the first request from myself is to go and test copilotstudio.microsoft.com. The second will be, there are so many connectors in the Power Platform, in the low-code ecosystem, that you can literally do anything that you want, because I can't remember the number of connectors. There are tons of them. But if you want to generate an image, maybe you can try one of these. And we also have DocuSign, which is probably to also manage the digital signature of documents and more. There are so many of these. So yes, if you want to do all of these things, you can test it there. So we have created our topic. Our topic is here. It's going to get more info about the person. I can save it. I can do more. I can go back to topic. This is going to be here based on phrases. Who is editing this? This is Alex. By the way, you can enable topics and disable topics, so you can manage what do you have. There are a couple of system topics here. So in example, when a conversation starts or ends and more. But this moment we can test this again. Not sure this is going to be working, but let's clear the chat and we'll see who is Patty Fernandez. It's not there yet. Okay, so we will fix it later. But at this moment, when we have this topic working, kind of doing a couple of things, we can publish our Copilot. Let's do publish, and basically it's going to, I didn't, and I need to configure the channels for, this is the kind of thing that changes in the last time that I use it. So right now the Copilot is being published. Can't remember. Okay, we have a topic error. And one of the topics has an error. This is kind of nice because it shows us how it validates. So we can go here and take a look at the topic. And there seems to be an error here, topic checker, where we are missing. Okay, so here we are missing a value, relevant people. Segment record, expected record. Okay, let's do this. This is the view work with. So what we can do is we can view work with, and we can disable this. So I'm going to disable view work with, and this will probably allow me to publish it. But this is a good way to see, okay, what can I do? How can I manage? How can I check all of this? So first of all, we have here a couple of options here in the setting of our Copilot. First of all, what we can do. We can use classic. So basically, this is going to be how we're going to interact with people, or use generative AI. Let's use generative AI. This is what we want to do. We want to make the best of our usage. This is going to connect the assistant, the Copilot, with the LLM. It's going to take a couple of minutes. So it's going to take some time. Then security. Who can access this? What is the authentication? If we are using this in the web, what are we going to create some client secrets to basically manage? You can embed this in your own website or mobile application. If you're going to use this, you need some secrets to manage them. Then you can have a canvas to work on nodes. We have entities here, which is kind of basically when you are working in a large language model, you have the chance to define, automatically detect if someone is talking about age or cities or colors. You have skills here. I'm not going to talk about the skill right now. We can extend it later. Also, if we want to optimize this to be working with voice, this will automatically add all of the Azure voice services that we have to work here. So imagine that you want to be a service that is going to work in a mobile phone in voice mode. This is the way to go. And also, in example, we have English. But let's add another English, another language, like Spanish. Oh, sorry, I am using the AI. Sorry, all this, because this is a trial. I think this is one of the limitations of the free trial, that you can't use other languages, but you can add more language if you want here. And then this is what is using a cognitive service for language to do this. So with all of this, when we have all of the settings, we can also have application insights. We can load the information. How many of you know application insights in Azure? This is an Azure service. Okay, I don't see any thumbs up. So application insights is a tracing system, it's a tracing service that we have in Azure, super powerful. If I share here the connection string, every time, hey, super cool, look at that, you know it. Every time that we use this Copilot, it's going to be sending telemetry to application insight. So let me create one so you can take a look how it works. So let me go here to my browser. And azure.com. So this is Azure. And this is also important if you want to basically track who is working with you, how your Copilot is working. Sending telemetry is always nice. So let me create a new resource group. Let me do this Bruno and Copilot Studio. Oh, sorry. Copilot Studio. Review and create. Yes. And once I created my, and by the way, Andres are going to go to your Raspberry question anytime soon. So Bruno Copilot Studio, and here I'm going to create an application inside service. There it is. Create, and then let's do this Copilot Studio workshop, WGMIT, East US, local analytics workspace. Yes, I think it's fine there. Creating one by default. And once I create the service, it's going to take some seconds. I'm going to have access to a connection string that I can connect there. But I want to show you this because this is important. I don't know. I see a question here from Bagawan. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. About any attendance criteria for this course. Not sure it is. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Oliver. Yes, it's an observability tool. It's a tracing mechanism. There are, I don't know, the other popular ones that probably know are Grafana, in example, or other like this that you can probably know about this. So this is what we have here. And if you have websites talking and services and APIs talking all each other, you can later have an application maps on how they talk to each other. You can even have some live metrics. If you define some threshold, you can do a smart detection. This is a great service to do traceability. And what we want here is the connection string. So I copy the connection string. I am going to save my connection strings. And once it's saved, I'm going to have here the chance to have application insights. So there it is. And once I have this, let's go back. Let's go back to our Copilot and let's publish this again. So let's do publish and let's cross fingers that we don't have any issues right now. Which one has a get further information? Oh my God. Sorry about that. It's into the templates. It's not, I pick up a template that has some errors. So this is get further information. What I am going to do, I am going to disable this one. And then publish again. Prometheus, yes, Prometheus is another example. Yes, I love that. I love that. I'm not an expert on Prometheus, Grafana, and more. It seems that all of the non-standard are triggering errors. I don't know why. So hey, no problem. I was expecting that one of the templates are not going to is going to give us something like this. Let's go for the ABC. So I am going to go to Copilot. I'm going to go to the home of Copilot Studio. And there are a couple of things that we can do here, as we say. We can create one from templates. We can create one from scratch, which is literally doing create. And we can even create one that basically we can describe what the Copilot should do. And we are going to do this later. So from help desk, tracking, or more. So in example, a support, whatever, a support team to do support bot to get information about Microsoft Cloud, something like this. But let's create one from scratch. New Copilot. And here, what we are going to do is skip to configure. I'm not going to do this. So let's do this. Learn Copilot. And once again, WGMIT Learn Copilot. Description. We don't care about the description. And we don't have knowledge. Yes, let's add some knowledge here. So what we are going to do in this one, we are going to add some public websites. So let me copy here a couple of public websites that we have. And let's add, of course, Microsoft.com. So let's do 123.microsoft.com. Add, and then let's add. Let me do another one. So yes, we have Microsoft.com, search information Microsoft.com. Perfect. And we can do add, and there it is, and we can do the create and test here. In English, good knowledge, so we can create the Copilot. It will take some time. Andres asking, oh, sorry, Andres, answering your question and then going back to the Raspberry now. So can we use some table from Kaggle as source of knowledge? Yes. I don't know if you can use information from Kaggle if you want to download, if you need to basically scratch the website, and you can probably, if you go to knowledge here and you want to add knowledge from files, you can upload your files there and do something like this. So if I go here in example, and I go for event, resources, going to take some time. And did you say that, who said that? Yes, the U is similar like Power Platform. Yes, Victor, this is literally a Power Platform, tool, extra tool. It's not part of the Power Platform, but yes, it's literally very similar to the virtual agent that we have in the past and more. So yes, everything that you know there, it is. So I have here a lot of MD files with product information. So I can do select all of the products and I add all of the product information to my Copilot. This is outdoor products, so we have jackets, tents, lights to do mountain camping and more. So I can upload files. So if you want to go to Kaggle, you can download the stuff and automatically add them here if you want to do like this, or you can even upload everything to SharePoint, connect it to SharePoint and upload for SharePoint, or take a look at one of the connectors that we have here and get the info from there. You're welcome. Regarding to the Raspberry Pi, you asked a question before if we can do this from a Raspberry Pi. Yes, once you have a Copilot created, we have this one. Let's add the topic later. Once we have a Copilot created, the Copilot have also an endpoint. So you can create an application to run in a Raspberry Pi that use this Copilot, ask the question, get the answers, and later be reused there. Or you can even run a website that embed this Copilot directly into your website, into your website running in the Raspberry Pi. Does this make sense? Perfect. So we have here the Copilot. It's already here, and I can ask questions. Remember that this is connected to Microsoft.com and also to the set of products that I have here in my website. So I can ask questions like an example, what is Microsoft Copilot? And let's see what we have here. Perfect. Because it's connected to Microsoft.com, if we have a question like an example, Microsoft, what is Microsoft Copilot? We are going to have it's an AI companion that helps you work smarter, be more productive, boost creativity, and more. And we have the reference here. This is cool. If we click one of the reference, it's going to redirect us, of course, to a Microsoft URL with Copilot. But because we also added information about about this product, I can ask question about what do you suggest to go hiking on a rainy day. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's give this a try. It's probably still indexing the documents. The document indexes is, yes, it doesn't have the documents indexed right now, but here we have a very vanilla response here. So say, hey, can you have a day? Please use waterproof backpack, choose right dress. But when the documents are indexed, we are also going to have answers relating to the documents. But this is a Copilot. This is a Copilot that is up and running and working and more. And right now, what we can do, if we can publish the Copilot, this should work fine right now. And I'm just asking, how do you set aspects like temperature? So I know there is a way that you can do this here in the browser, in the browser UI. But the couple of times that I did that is when I use a program, when I do this basically programming thing. So we are going to get there soon. So the whole idea is I have this published right now. When I have this published and have a couple of working sessions, is I can add actions built already published on Copilot. I already published my Copilot, and because it's already published, this is the channels that I can use. And remember, this all depends in the trial, in the free trial, we don't have access to everything, but in the full platform, you can even add your Copilot to be available to use in telephony, in a custom website, in a Slack, in Telegram, in a demo website, or we are going to use Teams to use it right now. So I am using Teams authentication, so I only have Teams, but I can publish this on Teams. So this is going to take some time, and I also not sure that if this user have the permissions. But right now, what we are going to see, cancel, use web step, is that this is going to be a Teams extension that I have here. I can add this, there it is. And here in Teams, I'm going to have the WGMIT Learn Copilot, and I can ask questions like, an example, what is Microsoft AI Studio? And remember that this is connected first to the Microsoft.com website, so I should probably get some answers that is going to redirect me to one of these elements. So I say Microsoft AI Studio is an end-to-end conversational design studio. I have here a redirect document that is going to, it's redirect me to Copilot, not AI Studio. Maybe we don't have information on AI Studio in the homepage of Microsoft. Oh, the Microsoft.com website, it's working a lot these days. But we publish this, and we are using this Copilot right now in Teams. So if I go to another user, like in example, this is Adele. Adele is part of the organization with Alex. Let me open Teams for Adele. There it is. I have Adele here. Welcome to Teams. Yes, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do WGMIT. I think the main user, okay, yes, it's not published in the at the whole user level. I need to basically ask the the admin of the tenant to publish this or to the whole teams. But at this moment, I can start to ask yes. Permission, ask your IT admin to add a Copilot to this chatting meeting. So I need to ask the admin to add it to be available to be used on the whole organization. But it literally took us 10 minutes to create this. And hey, we can start to use it. If I go here, I can start to play around with the other option that I have here. And by the way, remember that I told you that if you want, you can connect this with partners that we have. This is also available to be connected on ServiceNow, Salesforce, Dynamics, and more. And they can start to do some analytics. So an example right now, I'm going to see literally no info here because the use is very, very low. So let's ask a question again. In Teams. See what we have. I'm going to have a generic answer, still not doing. Oh, there it is. So remember that I have the information of the files. So right now, I'm going to have about the trail brace, hiking pants are water resistant and suitable. Okay, so if we click here, I don't know what this is going to give me, a citation. And let's go back here to the test. And somewhere here, we have the reference of the product info temp. This is one of the files that I added into the Copilot. And this is a full markdown with information about one of the products here. So if I have this as part of my OneDrive, in example, or is there part of OneDrive or SharePoint, we can get a direct link to do that. Viva said, how is different from Power Virtual Agent? So this is a great question. They are both the same. This is kind of the evolution of Power Virtual Agent that we used to have in the past. So this is kind of a great way to do this, but hey, this is a great question. We used to have Power Virtual Agents, now we have this. As you see, I didn't spend any time configuring and creating and managing the knowledge. It's all part of what we have. And again, if I want to go to, I don't know, if I want to add knowledge from OneDrive, an example, and I add a link, okay, yes, I should have a license here. We are all in free trial mode. But if I want to my OneDrive, an example, I go to my files, and let's create. Why I don't have? I don't have the new button here. Why I don't have the new folder button? I'm missing something in the UI here. Right now, I can't create files in. Oh, there it is. Add new. Sorry. Let's do WGMIT, Contoso files. I create this. I go to Contoso files. I am going to. Okay. Let me get my files here, resources. So I am adding the files here. It's going to take some time, but we have all of the MD files here. If I open the MD, this is what we have: trade bases, hiking paths, features, products, and more. So what I can do now, if I don't want to upload directly all of the files to my Contoso files, what we can do is copy link of this folder. I'm going to go to my lib. I'm going to, I know I can delete this. I can do a massive delete. How do I minimize this? It's going to take some time. Oh, I don't have the options to take some time. I will take this to also. Andres, I am going to answer a question while I am doing the most boring job ever, which is digit documents. Can I schedule some event to create a document? Yes, you can. If you go in the flow of the topics or in the actions part, you can basically define all of these other things, which is, hey, create an event. Hey, create a document, send an email, send a Teams message, analyze the message. So you can do all of these things kind of automatically there. And you can even get some, the Copilot Studio, when you create a new Copilot, it also has some memory that allows you to basically, if you are working with a long conversation, it's going to help you to get there. Let me clean the whole set of files. Hey, only have 6 more, 7 more. And Oli, did say this is cool if we could add more emotional responses to our Copilot? I think we can't. Let me give this a try. Let me finish this, add new data, and let's try to make it do some fun responses here for this. So 4 more. 2 more. Okay, if you want to get to know the product, this is the real product, how it works. So let's add some knowledge, SharePoint, OneDrive. I have my link. Oh, I hate it. Let me see if the links works. Yes. So it's going to add there, and it will take some time. And in the meantime, what I can do, I can go here, description, instruction. I can now go to the instructions and say something like, an example, you are a useful assistant that always replies using funny type. You also use emojis if possible. The fun start and short message. So if I define the instructions here and allow this topic, actions, and more, I can save this. I can publish it again. This is going to take some time. Oh, I can even test it here. Let's test it in there. The publish process is going to take some time, but it's going to make it available for the Teams chat to be used. But in the meantime, while it's publishing, we can test it here. And remember that we changed kind of the main system message to be running like kind of a funny style using emojis and jokes. Andres said, how many tokens does the Copilot work with? I don't know. That's a great question. I know that it uses kind of the basic stuff that you have here, but I really don't know which are the limits that we have there. There are writing somewhere here. It's part of the documentation. I don't have the number in my head. We can try to search it later. But I think the whole idea of this is that you don't need to care about that. It's going to manage. Remember, this is not for programmers. This is created for people who wants to have a high level overview of how they can do these things. So you're going to try to avoid that. So let's go back here. What is Microsoft Copilot? Let's see if we have a fun response. No, we still have the old response. Maybe it needs to take some time here, it needs to work a little, or what will you suggest to go hiking in a rainy day? Oh, there it is. So weird stuff. So when we talk about Microsoft products, no fun at all. We are a serious company, something like this. But when I ask a question about what do you suggest about hiking, rainy day hike, no problem, just gear up. Waterproof jacket, we have a couple of smalls, and happy splashing. Like if you are some kind of whatever running in the mud or something. I don't know why. I'm guessing that it takes some time to refresh and more the same. I already published here, so I can do the same here. Oh, let me ask the same question to see if we have the Copilot already with the latest features available. Hey, yes, there it is. So raining day, hiking, no problem, kind of everything. And we have a nice disclaimer at the end where we can see that hey, this is a generated content, so it may be incorrect. What is happening here is also not have access to the document yet, but hey, you have kind of the idea of what we have and more. And basically what was talking about Andres, yes, do you want to add an action? You can create actions here. So you can create, an example, send an email. Email notifications, take some time, connector, yes, email, perfect. And 2 is going to be dynamic, output is going to be the response of the email, yes or no. Once you have this, we have the action as part of any of the topics, we can use the action. So you can create your own custom actions. The actions are basically defined by the connectors. Remember the generate image. Why is not filtering? There it is. Create an image. This is going to probably ask me some custom information, but you can create your actions and you can connect your action to your flows. So they are going to be part of this. And yes, you need to create a connector here, probably need to get a trial test account or more. So there are so many things that you can do putting all together of this. By the way, we've been using this for a couple of seconds. So maybe now, if we go here to our analytics, no, live metrics, oh, it's not connected yet, or maybe it's not giving enough information here to have the traces, but we should start to see also here, if I go to analytics, here we don't have a super amazing dashboard. Yes, it still doesn't have any info here, but you can have information about the summary of how people are using this, customer satisfaction, the session that were open and more. So you can do a lot of learning about how your Copilot is working and doing. And this is kind of nice in terms that, hey, if you want to use it, if you want to have this, what can I ask? If you want to have these kind of things, it's going to be kind of a nice one to have some metrics. How are you using? And take a look at this. In the general questions is basically using a super nice and funny style using emojis and more. But if I have a specific question, like an example, what is Microsoft Office? We have a more formal question about, because this is information that brings directly from the website probably. So Microsoft Office is part of Microsoft 365, a Premier Productivity Suite, blah, blah, blah. No funny stuff, whatever. Maybe if I tweak the general prompt a little, I can get more info about that. And by the way, this is the link that we have for Microsoft Office. So we have there. Right now, it's not analyzing the, oh, sorry, not this one. It's not analyzing the files yet, the knowledge. The sharpen and wide drive is not there, but we can do more. I'm going to stop a little here, drink some water, and ask a question. Does this make sense? You get the general idea? I have one more demo to do, but I'm just going to check that it's not a crazy talk about myself, but you kind of follow the flow, how we can create this, not coding. I haven't done any coding at all right now. I see a couple of thumbs ups, like it, perfect. Okay, so for the next one, I have two options. Andres asking how much knowledge can we add to a Copilot? That's a good question. That's a great question. And I don't know the answer. And I don't like to say go and check the documentation, but I would probably say that it's something that I need to find more, because I literally don't know. If I go here and I connect this to, I don't know, to, no se me ocurre nada, I can't think of anything. I connect this to any of the connectors that we have or whatever. What are the limits that we have there? Literally don't know. There is some info there. I promise to, sorry, my puppy is barking. I promise to try to find it, but I don't know of which is the limit that we have here. Let me use generative here. And by the way, when you ask about telemetry, I'm sorry, temperature, this is because this is created not for developers or AI experts. This is created for final users. The temperature when we work with large language model is basically how creative a model should be with a value between 0 and 1. 0 is no creativity, 1 is super creative. So here, if we say that it should be using generative AI to respond, we can say, hey, how strict the content moderation should be. So when it generates something, how strict it should be. So we can go for low, medium, or high. It's not the temperature managed part, but it's kind of what we have. So the report, if we go for low, we have this warning that yes, we may get some wrong answers here and there. We expect this is what we want. So once we have this, and we have the changes, and we publish this again, let's see how we can test it. So I'm going to publish and later test it in Teams. So publish here, let's give it a try. Let's do what do you suggest to go hiking in a rainy day? And what do you suggest to go hiking in a rainy day? And again, when I apply the changes and publish, I'm not sure if it's going to be okay. To be super there, we probably need to wait something. So we have a fun response here. Let me copy this and ask the same question. And let's see if we have a fun response there. Okay, take a look at this. So I asked a question about what is Microsoft Office, and I have a response about about Microsoft Copilot is an AI companion that helps you. So we need to double check the things. Overall Copilot. So here is the moment that if we switch to generative with a low threshold, the questions are not going to be so precise. But then you get a sense of what we can do. So before going to the final demo, let me see, do we have any? No, not traces, not yet. There is low usage here. Do you have any questions? Does this make sense? Do you want to see something else? Let me go to here, more apps. Yes. Admin. This is the admin of the tenant. Capability, Teams. I want to enable this application to be used by other users. So Teams Admin Center. It's been a while since I've done this, got it. So Teams apps, manage apps. Somewhere here, what was the name? This should have a search. So let me find it. WGMIT. It's not here yet. Manage apps. So there is a way that I can upload a new app. There is a way that I can approve the app. I can't remember how to do this. I've done this. There is a process as an administrator to enable the app. So it's being, I need to submit there. So let me go back to here to channels, Microsoft Teams. These details, open Copilot, copy link, started user. Okay, so this is one. Showing App Store, everyone in my org. Okay, perfect. So what we are doing right now, we have the Copilot ready. I am submitting it to the main admin, so we use it. So it's going to be shown in the store. I searched it and couldn't find it. So after a couple of seconds, it should be there. Perfect. So if I go back to my user and search again, not yet. Let's refresh. Have one submitted app. So if I search again, WGMIT, there it is, the Copilot is blocked right now. And what we can do, I can allow this. Why is not allowing to be allow application? Yes, it's going to take some time. And then when it's allowed, everybody in the organization will be able to use it. So still, UGMIT, I'm going to allow this. I don't know why it's not approving the. I'm missing something here. Sorry about that. But this is the step that I can basically allow the application. Everybody in the organization will be able to switch it to do it. And Andres is asking, can I access Copilot Studio with a personal account? I will say no. I will say that you need to have an account that is associated with the Microsoft 365 tenant. Probably give it a try if you want. I haven't tried that, but if you have a personal account and go to Copilot Studio Microsoft.com, you can give it a try. I mean, I can give it a try very fast if you want. Let me go here, Copilot Studio. Microsoft.com. So this is my personal account. Next. No. Sorry about that. You have a work or school account. You need a Microsoft tenant account. I was expecting that, but prefer to double check. Okay. Hello, one more time. I'm missing something, can't remember what. Okay, but yes, I know, sorry. And let's do this. Let's do the final demo. For the final demo, I have here a set of videos because this is going to take a little longer. So let me go to slideshow, go to presenter view, and let's start with this. So the whole idea here, this is the main Copilot Studio, and I created the Copilot from scratch, the one that worked, and I created the Copilot also from a template that sadly I pick up a template that seems to need a couple of fixings to make it work. But we can also create a Copilot with a prompt. So I can create a prompt that basically, I can create a prompt that, sorry, it's not playing the video, that said something, create a Copilot that help answer questions and help troubleshoot issues with Microsoft products. This is what we are going to have. We are going to have a conversation where I can talk with Copilot Studio about what I can do. So I'm going to have question, okay, what should I say? And after that, we are going to have this. And the whole idea is that when we said, what do I say, use a professional and friendly tone for troubleshooting requests, reply with whatever else. So we define the tone, we define the elements that we want to do, and hey, I have some answer here. So your Copilot will maintain a professional and friendly tone. It's going to help troubleshooting requests. So it's kind of a nice one. What else we can do? So here, what I can do is I can provide the links. So, hey, use the accessible website. I can say the Copilot is telling me providing accessible websites, and I will say, yes, get info from Microsoft.com, from learn.microsoft.com, and developer from Microsoft.com. And automatically, because this is a large language model, will understand what I want to use, and it will recognize and add those true sources. Once we have this, we have the chance to say, okay, I'm done. So when it's going to basically create a template of my Copilot, and now I have the chance to test it. It's not created yet. It's kind of a draft mode. And we can test it and take a look at this. We ask a question about what is a Copilot, and then we have the answers. We have the sources here. And right now in this one, I didn't go and manually created all of the info that we need. I basically, yes? Is there a question? Okay, no problem. I basically had a conversation and the Copilot was created by default for me here. So once I have this, I can start to add other questions. Oh, sorry. Like in example, advanced settings, where I want to create, where the schema that I want to use, and then I can finally create the Copilot. We will see literally the one that we just created. There is nothing new here. This is just the Copilot that we created, but it automatically adds the knowledge to add, and we add all of this using conversational mode. So here we have the Copilot created, and hey, we have the knowledge created in the website. We can add more if we want, and as we see, we can add 5 SharePoints and more. If we want to create a SharePoint OneDrive, it's going to add all of the info there that we have. This is also super important. I'm guessing that you have ITs and SharePoints there created. This is as easy as we seem to create this, and it's going to be part of the knowledge to start to work. So this is kind of a super cool way to also create a Copilot. Oh, sorry. And hey, once we have the Copilot created and working with SharePoint, an example, we can start to add information. And hey, this is going to give me connection to an internal website. Remember that we have 3 public websites, and this is also internal. So I have info here to my SharePoint drive, and I can start to take a look of what's happened. I see which is the topic that we use, the flow that we use. You can see how here where it was following, generated answer, condition, and more. So we have everything here. And hey, the whole idea right now is that once we have this, this is the final slide. Once we have this, we have basically we have the Copilot connected and doing everything there. And that is literally, I was expecting to finalize this in 90 minutes. That's literally the end of the set of stuff. We have a lot of stuff here. I will leave with this one, where if you want to know more, and I can copy all of this, this is the links that I will suggest you to read and have, because these are kind of the main entry points for the Copilot Studio, the blog, the demo, the CISO video, the documentation, the frequently asked questions, the sessions at Ignite, the community page. Everything that you need to do, everything that you want to do is probably going to be part here. And I will open this for questions. Anyone want to ask a questions and more? We can still have a couple extra minutes trying to figure out why I cannot publish to Teams. That something's happening there. Any questions? Oh, thanks for the feedback. Let me leave this one here. Also, not in presenter mode, so I can interact with someone who has a question. So there it is. Don't know if it's going to work. Oh my God, sorry for the super ugly message in Teams. Share the links on the WhatsApp. So If you want to use WhatsApp, I will strongly advise you to create an account in Twilio. It's loading Twilio. Twilio is a partner that we have. Yes, my LinkedIn. Give me 1 second. LinkedIn. This is me. If you want to connect, also here, that's my LinkedIn. And Twilio is a partner. It's a great partner that we have. What is opening Twilio? Somewhere here. It's a great partner that we have. Why it's not loading the website? It's probably something in my side with the internet. There it is. So we have connector for Twilio, and Twilio have solutions to connect with SMS, WhatsApp, Telegram, and more. One of the most popular ones. There are others, and you have, if you want to go and code something, samples in Python, in C, Sharp, PHP, Java, JavaScript, Node, TypeScript, and more. I will go for Twilio. I know Twilio, and I really like it. Hey, this is me. Let me minimize this. This is me. Feel free to join, to connect with me. Happy to share everything. And hey, I know that people are interested in this kind of thing. So my latest post was a repost of my friend Gabriela, where she's sharing 20 plus opportunities and jobs opening that we have in Microsoft right now. There are 3,000 more topics. I like to share once a week also opportunities if you want to know more. Yes, here to help. I'm going to check the chat one more time. Says Andres, as I said, you can do slides. I like to show the product so you also see how you have pain with the product. Like myself, this is working, this is not working, fix something, learn something, and do more.
Thank you so much for the really interesting and amazing and insightful session, I have to say. Thank you so much, Bruno, for that. And today I learned a lot. I use GitHub Copilot in my coding when I use my VS Code, right? And today I got to know about the Power Virtual Agents, which I have taken. That was my very first session, which I have taken on this topic. And now it is rebranded, right? Now it is Copilot Studio. So it is really good to hear and see how things are working. I just wanted to ask one question, and I'm just curious to know about it. Because I'm working in a finance related company. So if I use GitHub Copilot there, so how we are making sure of the data which I'm putting inside it using GitHub Copilot, how could I can prevent this reverse engineering or maybe protect my data, personal data or sensitive code.
Yes, hey, that's a great question. And in Copilot Studio, they have the concept of environment. When you create an environment, that environment, you choose a region, like an example for me, it will be probably Canada Central. I'm close to Canada Central. So you choose a region, and in that region, everything that is Copilot related is going to be deployed. So the large language models and everything is going to be deployed there. And if you connect this, like in example, a SharePoint, that there are a lot of documents with, as you mentioned, financial information, sensitive information, all of the back and forward between analyzing the information is going to happen between that region, that environment, and the place that you have your documents, but none of the information will be stored outside that. So none of the information is going to be reused to retrain the model and more. In Microsoft, we have this, I like this sentence where your data is your data. We are not using any client's data to retrain a model. So that's a very high level. There are a lot of security constraints that we need to talk if we want later, but that's a kind of a high level explanation. You have an environment that is going to be created for you or your organization in a specific location that is going to be the one that hosts everything. And you can restrict the access there. You can make it available only to you or the people who need to do this. And when it's this communication with the external system that has the same information, none of this info is going to be stored here unless you want to have it duplicate for whatever. But that's kind of the main way that is going to work. Does this make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to know that my information is safe, and obviously it's Microsoft. So, thank you so much for addressing my question, and it's really great to hear from you. I hope like you already taking the questions in between the session, and I hope you guys in the audience, if you guys have any questions, you can ask, or you can connect with Bruno on LinkedIn as well and reach out to him. He's really helping and really good. So with that, Olivia, if you want to add something, and then we can have our ritual, and then we can wrap up the session.
Oh, well, I don't really have anything much to say. I just want to say thank you for joining in, accepting to be a part of this. And I must say it was really an insightful session. And I hope to, use one or two knowledge I got during the section in my future MLSA program events, basically. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm also looking forward to take one session on GitHub Copilot Studio. It is really interesting to hear. So I think we are good to go. Again, thank you so much. And it's our ritual to take the group picture. So
Yeah.
guys, everyone, please open your camera. We are going to take a group picture together. Maybe in the together mode because it is more convenient. Okay. I have started the together mode option. Olivia, please help me with this picture.
Oh, I should help you with the picture.
Yeah, please. And I think you guys can quickly just turn on your camera so that we can have a group picture together.
Okay, so I don't know if anyone else is joining in. Okay, I can
Mm-hmm.
see we are about 8 already. Yeah, so I will just take it now.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
so I just took one now. Taking the second one now. Are we ready, guys? Okay, I can see some people leaving. I'm taking the second one now. Say cheese. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Bruno, for joining in.
Thanks to you for inviting me. Love the sessions, here to help. And if anyone has another question about something else, I will be happy to help you. Have my LinkedIn there for that. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah,
Happy
goodbye.
weekend.
Okay, well, we'll talk on the group chat now. Nice
Sure.
session.
Let's just same nice session. It's really interesting. Let's just
Yeah.
thank you so much.
I guess I'll be ending the section now for everyone. Yeah.
Sure.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye bye.